There are reports that André Onana wants to come back to Manchester United after his season-long loan at Trabzonspor to attempt to fight for the number one shirt in Manchester United as a goalkeeper. There are reports that he believes that it's going to be difficult to get the number one shirt because St. Lamens is obviously our number one choice and preferred goalkeeper right now, but he also believes in his ability to fight for the number one shirt. First of all, you couldn't even win the number one shirt when the person that you were competing with was Altay Bayindir, and Altay Bayindir is just as shit as you, except that Altay Bayindir is just a little bit shit. Onana cannot take a hint. I actually promised myself that I was not going to talk about this guy. I legit tried to not talk about Onana in 2026. The fact that Trabzonspor does not want to keep this guy in a league like Turkey tells you so much about how bad André Onana has been, and a lot of people do not want to believe it, because what people like Fabrizio do is when he has one good game, it is broadcasted to the end of the earth, but when he starts to make all those mistakes that we remember from Manchester United, they don't show it anywhere. That's why a lot of people think that Onana is actually doing well in Turkey, but I need you to go and check out his games for Trabzonspor. I need you people to go and check his games, or go and check what the Trabzonspor fans are saying about André Onana. André Onana wants to come back to Manchester United because he knows that this is the only place he can get the biggest payday of the remaining of his career. I don't believe that anybody in their right mind is going to pay André Onana what we are paying him, or they are going to buy him for 50 million like the people in Manchester United did in 2023. Maybe the only person that can buy him for that amount of money is Erik ten Hag, so he better go and look for where Erik ten Hag is and ask Erik ten Hag to buy him back. On our reports coming out of the Manchester United camp is that they are not even willing to entertain bringing Onana back, that they want to sell him. But you know that once a player finishes their loan, they have to come back and train in their parents' club. I don't even want him to come near St. Lamens. I don't even want him to shake hands with St. Lamens. Let them lock this guy outside of Carrington. I don't even want him to come into Carrington. That's it that Ruben Amorim did, that he exiled players and they were far away from the first team. That is what I want Onana to be. I don't even want him to think that there's a chance for him to even become a backup goalkeeper. That is what I don't even want. I don't even want that attitude, that character, that flamboyance around my team, because it cost us so much. And now that Manchester United is grinding and trying to get back in the Champions League, of course you want to come back. But like I said, it will be a big mistake. I don't even know what we are waiting for. I saw a story somewhere, I'm not even sure how legit it is, that Inter Milan might want to get Onana back. No matter the amount, let's get rid of this guy. There are certain times that you just have to take the L and take the loss and let a certain player go. But we keep holding on to players for so long until they suck out a lot of money from the club and their value becomes zero, because that's exactly the same thing that is about to happen to Jadon Sancho.